Hey tennis fans, I'm Grace Carter and this is Tennis Now presented by Tennis Express. Tennis Express, order today and it ships today. In a wild and crazy U.S. Open final, the 20-year-old Osaka stunned her tennis idol Serena to become the first player representing Japan to claim a Grand Slam singles title. The shock heard around the world was the 23-time Grand Slam champion's implosion after clashing with chair umpire Carlos Ramos. Serena was hit with a coaching violation warning and later blew up, smashing her racket in frustration, which drew a point penalty. On the other side of this, Serena supporters say that she was clearly wronged here. The outcome of an historic U.S. Open final was unfairly impacted by the chair umpire. The initial coaching warning was absurd because Williams was at the far end of the court and couldn't see her coach's gesture, so why was it called in the first place when it had zero impact on the match? Well, coach Patrick Mouratoglou claims that Sasha Beijing, Naomi's coach and Serena's former hitting partner, also coached on nearly every point of the final. So why single out Serena for coaching when she couldn't even see what was happening? Her coach also says it's common knowledge that Uncle Tony Nadal coached Rafa nearly every point in majors and yet was almost never called for his coaching. There should not be a double standard, but of course there is. Let's be honest, tennis has a history of double standards dating back to the days of the color barrier, and for years women did not receive equal pay or equal assignments on show courts. We saw that double standard earlier in the tournament when Elisa Cornet was hit with a code violation for changing her shirt on court, something that male players commonly do with no penalty at all. Serena Williams did not drop any F-bombs, as we've seen many male stars do, including Jimmy Connors, John McEnroe, Andre Agassi, even Roger Federer, just to name a few. They have all done that, and yet those men are often lauded as bold and gutsy, while Serena's thrown under the bus for showing real and raw emotion and using the word thief. Why is that? During the 2009 U.S. Open men's final, Roger Federer famously went on a changeover diatribe against chair umpire Jake Garner and didn't receive the same treatment as Serena.
Relieved, but...
Do you have any rules in there? Stop showing me the hand, okay? Don't tell me to be quiet, okay? When I want to talk, I talk, all right? I don't give a shit what he said. I just say he's waiting too long. Don't fucking tell me the rules. I was not allowed to challenge like 2 matches ago after 1 second.
Hall of Famer Billie Jean King backed Serena with these tweets. WTA CEO Steve Simon also addressed the double standard and coaching issue in this statement. Players should star in major finals, not the officials. The chair umpire pulled a grandstand move and made himself the star of the show rather than let the players decide it on court, and that's wrong. First, Ramos erred, calling the coaching violation since Williams couldn't even see from the far side of the court. Then, he made the problem worse by not giving Serena a soft warning as she vented. Soft warnings are very common in tennis. Remember, in this same U.S. Open, Mohamed Layani climbed out of his chair earlier in the tournament and coaxed Nick Kyrgios to give more effort to prevent a rules violation. Yet Carlos Ramos couldn't take a few seconds to warn Serena that she was on the brink of a game penalty. It's pretty outrageous when you think about it. This is a Grand Slam final, and the umpire's actions not only impacted the match, they detracted from Naomi's historic achievement and were a big buzzkill for the fans. Now here, credit Naomi Osaka for conducting herself with class and poise throughout a very difficult situation. It included some in the crowd booing during the trophy presentation. It was awful, but fans weren't booing Naomi. They were booing the circus-like circumstances they were watching. And that's a pity, because Naomi was a well-deserved winner, as Serena herself said afterward. All right. Now it's your turn. We've thrown both sides of the argument at you. What do you think? Is Serena right? Was sexism at work here? Or do you side with Carlos Ramos? Was he right? Or do you think they both bear some responsibility? Now, one thing that would help is if maybe the scoreboard showed player violations as they happen so that the crowd isn't so confused about what's going on. That way, both players and fans would know exactly where they stand. What do you think? Do you agree with that idea? Let us know in the comment section below. We want you to sound off on this one because it's what everybody in the tennis world is talking about. That's the news for now, everybody. I'm Grace Carter, and we'll see you next time.